Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to my channel and let's do freshest PSVR news in the village. As always, I hope you keeping well and keeping safe and you had a good day and played some good games. But anyway, let's do the news. Today we're going to start from Gorn because you like to be updated on what's going on with this game. Everyone cannot wait for it. Well, I've got a bit of bad news. I'm gonna talk a bit about release date, update, what's happening is. As we know, the game was in Sony's QA. Well, the developers had the replay from Sony's QA, so obviously Sony was looked at the game and was like, yes, let's give them our feedback. And basically what it seems like, the game didn't pass QA, so now it's back to the developers. They need to fix few issues here and there, few bits and bobs, and then it's back to QA, I'm assuming. And then hopefully it will pass. But how long will it take, we have no idea. Of course, those days things going slower than usual, but rest assured, the developers and as well Sony wants you to play the game that is as good as possible. I read some replies to Twitter, what people been saying. Some people think it's gonna be less gory and stuff like that. Don't worry, it's probably gonna be exactly the same game as on PC, just of course with bit different controls. And also I saw some comments, people basically saying to the developers that they are lying and the game is not coming out. I just want to say, chill out, take it easy. The Gorn is happening, no point getting your knickers in a twist about it, because basically what they doing, they want you to have good game. Nobody would develop the game that it's pretty much done and they said, yes, fuck it, we're not gonna release it at all now. That's not happening. They obviously had a bit of struggle with PSVR platform. Obviously they had to do more optimizations. This is a smaller team, it's not a big massive studio, so I'm assuming their resources are not as big. But they doing everything they can to give you this game as soon as possible, but they just don't know when. So let's just let them go through this QA again, let them do their shit, what they have to fix and stuff like that, and then let the things happen naturally and you will get Gorn. Obviously very high hyped levels for this game, so I think that's why people getting so emotional over it. But sometimes we just have to wait, just look what's happened, for example, with The Last of Us 2 or Cyberpunk, you know, the biggest PS4 and the biggest games in general, suffered multiple delays. Same goes for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It does happen, but it doesn't mean that the developers lying and they're not gonna release it. That's just stupid. The Gorn is coming, it's probably nearly ready, it's gonna go to QA, things will happen a bit slower those days, but you will get it. So let's hope maybe this month, next month, I don't know. But as always, I'm gonna tell you, stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I know anything about Gorn, I will pass it on, and let's just don't get too upset about it. We've had quite good few releases this week anyway. But on to the next story. And I'm gonna talk about Dreams VR mode, another very anticipated thing that people cannot wait for. So what's happening with Dreams VR now? The Media Molecule sent their latest newsletter, so those of you who are subscribed to it, you probably know what it's been saying. Basically they said, yes, we are working on many features, including the VR mode. They working from home, but also they posted the roadmap so people can check it out. In the next update 2.08 they gonna add some like D-pad controls, some extra characters packs and stuff like that. But also they outlined what they working in the future, and yes, the VR mode is here as well. So in past they said it's gonna be this gen, so I hope that's gonna happen. But also what this roadmap shows us, that this VR update will be for totally free, and also it will come with some games already created by Media Molecule's amazing people. So Dreams VR of course gonna be awesome. How it's gonna work, I don't know. In past they said you probably gonna have to like play through your game, so there will be something to optimize, I suppose, to make it run as smooth as possible on PlayStation. And then you can feel like the developers feeling who just keep failing Sony's QA as we've gone. This happened with budget cuts as well. Look how long they've been optimizing this game, and also Final Assault, which I will talk about in a second. but just putting it out there. Dreams, of course, amazing, absolutely fantastic application, but hopefully in the near future, hopefully sooner than later, we're gonna get this VR mode. But anyway, on to the next story, which is Final Assault. Coming back to this game once again. I've done so many videos about it, I'm really looking forward to it. Even though I am shit at strategy games, I just enjoy them, I don't know, I like to just piece about with units and see what's happening. But what's happening with PSVR version of the game, it's coming out on 31st next week, as we know. But also it's gonna come with the DLC called Vanguard DLC. And this DLC gonna add extra maps and extra units. PC player gonna get it as well, and it looks like the game getting crossplay with PC players from day one, which is nice because, as we know, it's not always the case, sometimes we have to wait for it. Final Assault gonna be one of the bigger releases. There's so many fans of this game on PC, people having tournaments and everything, and soon you'll be able to join them, so definitely something well looking forward to. Very polished game as well, and also very nice looking one, and also all the gameplay mechanics looks really cool. Plus we're getting extra content on day one of the release for free, so we cannot complain. Okay, anyway, on to the next story, which is Tilt Brush, another surprise release. Now it's just come out, it's dropped on the store, released in Japan, US and Europe. You can go and buy it. In UK it's 15 quid, so not that expensive. This is, of course, was designed by Google, had tons of updates, very popular on PC. You probably saw people playing it, they like creating art, like dancing and shit, and they making some awesome stuff, some vast environments. Glad it's come out, you know, before Dreams got VR mode, because of course in Dreams we probably be able to create even more awesomer stuff. But if you like your applications like the Sculpture VR, which is very nice, and also Cool Painter VR, then you probably gonna really like Tilt Brush, probably the most advanced out of them all. My Sculpture, you can make some massive stuff as well, but very nice, especially for all of you creative people, and also if you're spending more time at home and want to create some awesome looking art and then share it with people, then Tilt Brush is definitely for you. Okay, and on to next story, which is Obduction. I spoke about it last week, this week, I don't know. But I said that they posted a teaser which said make it home again, whatever that meant. We were speculating, might have been nothing, might have been extra content, might have been special edition, and basically it's not that much of our concern, because the game coming out on Xbox, and that's all it was. Of course on Xbox will be without VR, because Microsoft still thinks VR, nobody asks for it. But at least, you know, Xbox getting a good game. Obduction is very fun. If you didn't play it, pick it up on PlayStation and play it in VR. But anyway, on to the next story, and we're gonna come back to PlayStation 5. Not long since we've had this awesome tech reveal, which was very interesting and everyone been loving it. What's happening is Sony said today, and just wanted, I'm supposed to reassure people, we live in kind of uncertain times, and we never know what's gonna happen now, what's things changing so fast. But Sony said, listen people, as of now we're not planning to delay PlayStation 5. We're still gonna go ahead with the planned holiday 2020 release. So nothing changes at the moment. I think in China now factories going back to work, people starting, you know, to like things returning to normality, for now at least. So if you're waiting for PlayStation 5, as of now it's still gonna happen. That's what Sony said, and of course whatever happens in the future I don't know, but the plans doesn't change at the moment, which is nice. Because especially us VR players, we need PlayStation 5, and I can say and see that once we get PS5, once the VR developers gonna get their dev kits, we probably gonna be swarmed with tons of games we wanted in past and we couldn't get them. I'm hoping maybe Fallout 4 if somebody wanted that, Blades and Sorcery hopefully, maybe even Dirt Rally 2.0 gonna get VR mode. There's so many possibilities on PS5. I'm like living in kind of fantasy land here talking about those games, but definitely PS5 could easily run them. And of course with Blade and Sorcery, they already said if technically possible it will come to PSVR. With Fallout 4, Bethesda couldn't bring it to PS4 before, so maybe now they will. Of course, they bring Skyrim to PC as well, so I'm assuming they're gonna want to have Fallout 4 for PlayStation players as well, but I don't know, I'm talking even about it. Just been thinking about this game, no idea why. But anyway, yeah, looking forward to see what's gonna happen with PS5, so let's hope it won't get delayed at all. Anyway, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like, because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.